Let's try solving parabolas with vertex not at the origin. So this time, our vertex is not at the origin or not at 0, 0. Instead, our vertex is at HK. Also, we have axis at horizontal and axis at vertical. The first one is if the axis is on horizontal or if the parabola is opening to the left or to the right and the vertex is at HK, we have focus at H plus AK, directrix is at X equals H minus A, endpoints of latus rectum are at first, endpoint 1 is at H plus A, K plus 2A, and endpoint 2 is at H plus A, K minus 2A. And the standard form is given by the quantity y minus k squared equals 4a times the quantity x minus h. So this is the pattern that we will going to use if our parabola is not at the origin and the axis is at horizontal. Now, if our parabola is not at the origin and the axis is at vertical, this is the pattern that we will going to use. Again, the vertex is at HK, focus is at HK plus A, directrix is at y equals k minus a, endpoints of latus rectum are at endpoint 1 is at h minus 2a, k plus a, and endpoint 2 is at h plus 2a, k plus a. And the standard form is given by x minus h squared equals 4a times y minus k. Okay, so for example number 1, let's try to solve for the critical points of this parabola y plus 2 squared equals negative 8 times x minus 3. Okay, using the given, it started from y squared. So, among the horizontal and vertical axis, the horizontal axis starts from y. So, the horizontal axis pattern is the one that we're going to use. Okay, so we have h and k can be found on the given itself. So h is the one near to x and k is the one near to y. Therefore, we have h, which is 3. If it is negative 3 here, just get the opposite sign, so positive 3. And if it's positive 2 here, just get also the negative or the opposite sign, which is negative 2. So we have h and k, 3, negative 2. Take note of that. H is the one near to x and k is the one near to y. And also we have 4a, which is negative 8. So negative 8 divided by 4 is negative 2 to get a. Okay, so we have vertex is at 3, negative 2. Focus is at h plus ak from the pattern h plus ak. So we have h, which is 3 plus a. 3 plus negative 2 is positive 1, and then our k is negative 2. So we have focus at 1, negative 2. The directrix is at h, or x rather, x equals h minus a. Our h is 3 minus negative 2. 3 minus negative 2 is positive 5. So we have directrix at x equals 5. Endpoint 1 is at h plus a, k plus 2a. So first h plus a, h plus a. So 3 plus negative 2 again is positive 1. And then k plus 2a, negative 2 plus 2 times negative 2 is negative 6. And for endpoint 2, we have h plus a also, so it is 1 also. And k minus 2a. So k negative 2 minus 2 times negative 2, that is positive 2. So we have endpoint 1 at 1, negative 6, and endpoint 2 at 1, positive 2. So be careful with the signs and the rules of integers while solving for the following critical points. For the graph, so we will going to start at vertex 3, negative 2. So again, the vertex is not at the origin anymore. So it is positive 3, then negative 2. So this is the vertex. Next is focus at 1, negative 2. So it is 1, negative 2. So here is the focus. So upon plotting the focus, we already know where our parabola opens. So it is where at the direction of the focus is. Next is directrix is x equals 5. So x from the x-axis is 5. So draw a line here. So here is our directrix. Again, it is opposite of the focus. Next is endpoint 1 is at 1, -6. So 1, -6. So this is endpoint 1. And endpoint 2 is at 1, 2. So this is endpoint 2. So after plotting the points, again, we can sketch our graph from the vertex passing through endpoints 1 and endpoint 2. And then we have a graph, a parabola opening to the left. Okay, for example number 2, we have x plus 4 squared equals -8 times y minus 0. So using the given, it started from x squared, so it is at vertical axis. So this is the pattern that we will going to use. So again, h is the one near to x and k is the one near to y. So we have hk positive 4, so it will become -4, and then 0 for k. So we have vertex at -4, 0. Now for a, we have again -8. -8 divided by 4, always divided by 4. So we'll get -2. So our a is -2. So focus is at h, k plus a. h, -4, and then k plus a, 0 plus -2 is -2. Then directrix is y equals k minus a. So k is 0 minus -2. 0 minus -2 is the same as 0 plus 2, so it will become y equals 2. Now we have endpoints 1 and 2 at endpoint 1 is at h minus 2a, k plus a. h minus 2a, -4 minus 2 times -2, we have 0, and then k plus a, 0 plus -2 is -2. Next is endpoint 2 is at h plus 2a, so -4 plus 2 times -2 is -8, and then k plus a is at 0 plus -2 is still -2. So we have endpoint 1 at 0, -2, and endpoint 2 at -8, -2. So for the graph, we have to start at the vertex -4, 0. So -4, 0. So this is the vertex. Focus is at -4, -2. So we have -4, -2. This is the focus. So again, the parabola is opening downward because the focus is downwards of our vertex. Directrix is at y equals 2. So on the y-axis is +2. So we have the directrix here. Now we have endpoint 1 at 0, -2, and endpoint 2 at -8, -2. So sketch the graph from vertex passing through endpoint 2 and endpoint 1. So we have a graph opening downwards.